Well, hi and welcome. Today we're in Louisa County, Virginia. We're at the high school, middle school complex, and we're going to be talking about aquaponics. This is an area that I get a lot of questions from every day about how people can grow things in an aquaponic manner. Today we're here with Kenny Bowens. He's one of the CTE directors with the county. Kenny, why aquaponics? Why did y'all decide to get into an aquaponics system?
That's a great question. So we're always looking for ways to get our students interested in agriculture or any career that they're interested in going into. So this was a way that we could appeal to a different type of learner. A lot of people go home and they're used to their standard in the dirt gardens or the farms that their parents or uncles or someone may operate. But you don't often see a soilless system or an aquaponics system in everyday life. So we thought, why not build one here where students could experience it, work through it, do some of those STEM things, testing the water, taking care of the fish, watching the plant growth, and really get them excited and passionate about something that they could go out and replicate either in their home or at work.
Yeah, and you're one of the few schools in the state that's doing some of this. I'm really happy to see you doing this. For those who don't know, what is aquaponics?
So aquaponics is a soilless gardening. So in here we have just rock instead of dirt, and we use all the nutrients that comes out of this tank here, which is full right now with about 30 bluegill fish. They create the nutrients and things that our plant need to survive. It comes through here. This is a filter that uses gravity. The water swirls, solids sink to the bottom. It cleans our water out, prevents solids from going in the tank, and then the water is pumped into these 3 grow beds. The nutrients are uplifted through the roots to the plants, and when it's done, it drains back down and is pumped back in the fish tank. So it's kind of a closed loop system where we're constantly flowing our nutrients from the stock tank here where we keep our fish into our plants where they need it to grow.
So that's why I think people are so interested in it, because it's helping the fish or helping the plants, and the plants are helping the fish, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a symbiotic relationship where they're getting what they need and the fish are getting what they need. We just supply the fish with food and then obviously monitor the water levels, the nutrients and things to make sure that pH, nitrogen, those types of things are all where they're supposed to be. But the system really takes care of itself, and it's great.
I noticed you've got some great tomatoes and lettuce and basil growing here, and the students are all completely involved with the production.
Yeah, they've done a lot, even from building. I've got to give our students a lot of credit on the construction of this system, from our high school students who did some of the construction of the system and chopping and things, to our middle school students who came in and did all of the plumbing and bringing all the gravel in and then helping us with the planning. So once they get the planning in, there's not a ton for them to do other than, again, just monitoring the fish, making sure they're fed. We do a clean out every couple weeks. We'll drain this filter down just to make sure we're cleaning all those solids out. And then it's mostly just kind of watching them grow and to see them get excited. They really enjoy the fish. I think that's one of their favorite parts, to come in and see the fish and name the fish and that kind of stuff.
I know you've got some other high-tech sort of things associated with this. Tell me about what you've got outside.
Oh yeah, so we've got a 400-watt solar panel system right on the other side of this greenhouse, and that's powering this whole system. And our students from our energy and power class at the high school installed that system, designed the system. They worked with our maintenance department to make sure it's wired safely and properly grounded. So we're pulling all the power we need, and we can run for about 2 or 3 days and keep running if there's clouds or bad weather. So the system is kind of fully sustainable. So we're not pumping energy into it. Again, I think other than fish feed is probably about the only energy that we put into the system.
So Kenny, how much would something like this cost, or did it cost for you?
So for us, this system was completely free, and I've got to thank Dominion Energy with their environmental stewardship grants that they do every year. So we applied for that and were awarded the full funding for the entire system you see here, plus the solar panels. We also got some local donations from BioCat on the IBC containers. So we're able to get a lot of this stuff at no cost. But if you were to buy it all yourself, I would say it'd be right at about $4,000. And that, again, includes the solar panels, the batteries, and everything you need, the grow media, everything.
Well, that is great. A really neat thing you're doing here for education. I think gardeners, homeowners can do something like this and have a very sustainable, high-tech system that they can have at their house too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually working in my mind right now and building one in my garage, so we're getting there.
Well, Kenny, thank you so much for allowing us to come out here today and see all the operation you've got. It's really impressive.
Thank you.
Well, for more information, contact your local county extension agent and ask more questions about aquaponics. For From the Ground Up, I'm Chris Mullins. We'll see you next time.
From the Ground Up is presented with the generous advice and assistance of Virginia Cooperative Extension. Visit their website at ext.vt.edu.